Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My daughter is 32 years old, still living at home. All she does is drink.
She claims her college dropout daughter
A homeless guy brought her back to my house because he couldn't deal with her.
needs to sober up.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you're drunk.
You got 2 DUIs? How many cars have you crashed?
3.
And grow up.
Why are you here?
This is not the Michele show. This is the Stephanie show.
I thought it was the Dr. Phil show. It is about me because you live in my house, you drink,
You want to know
you
why?
don't work.
Do you want to know why I drink? I drink because of you.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Now, Michele says her daughter Stephanie was always a straight-A student, ahead of her class, and even graduated 6 months early from high school before going off to college at Boston University. Sounds pretty good, right? Yes. But Michele says Stephanie turned to drinking alcohol to relieve some of her stress, began partying, and eventually dropped out of college. Listen to what she has to say.
My 32-year-old daughter, Stephanie, is completely out of control.
My mom is bat crazy.
Our relationship has become so codependent and so toxic. All we do is argue and scream, and that we just can't talk anymore.
I don't choose to have this lifestyle.
But you don't choose to fix it either. She needs to wake up and smell the coffee. Growing up, Stephanie was a really great child. Stephanie got straight A's.
I was a cheerleader. I was vice president of my class.
When Stephanie was entering her senior year in high school, I had decided to remarry, and we moved out of state.
I was livid. I was completely uprooted.
Stephanie was accepted to a number of very good colleges on the East Coast.
College was exciting.
During her sophomore year, all she wanted to do was party.
My grades went from A's to C's to D's.
She dropped out of college and never went back.
Michele says after Stephanie left college and returned home, her drinking not only continued, but it worsened big time.
Stephanie has so much damn potential, and it's just being thrown away for drinking. Stephanie has been so unable to take care of herself that she has had to rely and live with me for nearly 10 years. When Stephanie drinks, she will drink until she passes out.
Why are you here? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you're drunk.
What are you doing? Just leave me the alone.
When I drink, I black out, I fall a lot, I have bruises all over my body.
Last week, she was so drunk, she fell out of bed and got 2 black eyes.
I have had my share of trouble with the law. I've had 2 DUIs. I flipped a car over. I've had a 3rd accident with a car that I took from my mom. It's a disease, Mom.
I understand it's a disease, but you're not doing anything to help yourself.
I finally am.
No, you're always finally am. If I had a nickel for every time you said you finally are, I would be able to retire. I am honestly shocked that she's still friggin' alive today. Here she is with her box of wine that she'll drink the whole box tonight. Enough is enough. It's time for my daughter to grow up. What I want from Dr. Phil is for once in my life to get some damn good advice.
Well, so you want some damn good advice.
Damn good advice, Dr. Phil.
Okay.
My daughter, Stephanie, is 32 years old.
Right.
She's going to be 33. She's still living at home with me. She doesn't work. She can't pay her bills. All she does is drink. It's a non-stop roller coaster of turmoil, men, police, rehabs, more police, courts, drama. I cannot take it anymore. I have no life anymore. I can't leave my house. I'm a prisoner in my house because she's almost set the house on fire. I'm afraid for the life of my dog. It is completely out of control, and I want my life back. So I don't know what else to do. So I'm here for some damn good advice for once in my life.
So how you doing today?
I'm aggravated. I'm sick of it. It's been going on for over 14 years.
If you have this much commitment, why is she there for 10 years?
I have spent my entire adult life. These are supposed to be the best years of my life. All of her friends are married, they're having children, they have moved on. I don't know a single one of them that is still at home sponging off their mother.
Why is she there?
Why is she there? Well, she's my family. I'm not going to put her out in the street. So I'm trying to get her the help, but
so
she's
you've
not.
already decided what you're not going to do.
Well, I'm not going to put her out in the street because I've done that already. She was with a homeless guy. She was with a homeless guy that brought her back to my house because he couldn't deal with her. I was in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii at this time when this happened because I tried to escape her.
Yeah.
I tried to escape her, so I went away to Hawaii. Next thing I know is I got the police calling me in Hawaii to come get her because they find her at 10 o'clock in the morning laying down in the street trying to get run over by a car. So I got to get on a plane and come back to New Jersey and deal with her mess again. I can't make her stop drinking. I can't make her do anything.
Well, I'm thinking about starting to drink.
Well, that's what I'm here for today. Oh.
I haven't had a drink in 50 years, and I'm really thinking about
Well,
it.
I don't drink, Dr. Phil. I don't drink at all either. So I understand that this is a
Let's talk about the
disease.
behaviors that are bothering you here. Now, according to you, she drinks 1 to 2 boxes of wine a day.
Absolutely.
She falls and injures herself. She damages the house. We got pictures of the bruises. I mean,
Should
when
have
she
fixed her
falls.
when he took a baseball bat and beat the crap out of her.
I understand. I
Look at
understand.
her.
Yeah.
That's nothing. You should see her back from last week.
Okay.
From last week's drinking escapade.
She has temper tantrums. She's got no
Temper
job.
tantrums?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not temper tantrums. Temper
she-
tantrums is what a 5-year-old does.
Okay,
What
she's
Stephanie
got-
does is completely insane.
She has 2 DUIs. She's had 3 car crashes.
Well, 4,
Her
but
license
I
is
think,
suspended.
but, yeah, twice.
She's falsely accused you of abuse.
That's news to me.
She's tried to stab you.
Yes, last time she tried to kill me.
She's been to rehab 8 or 9 times. You've
Yes.
lost so many times you've lost count.
Yes,
She was in a psych ward for 3 days.
yes, many times.
You mentioned she passed out in the middle of the street, get run over. She was at one point yelling and screaming at someone in the closet, but there wasn't anybody in the closet.
Yeah, she was suffering from what they call wet brain and hallucinations, but is like some type of a form of withdrawal from alcohol, from what I am told.
Yeah. Now, she doesn't work,
Nope.
so she has no income. She absorbs income.
Yes, she is like a sponge.
Where does she get the money to buy 2 boxes of wine a day?
Stupid me, because I know that you cannot withdraw safely from alcohol. Sorry, my mouth is a little dry. Safely from alcohol without proper medication. Thank you. I'm sorry.
I'm here to serve.
So, stupid me, again, yes, continues to buy the alcohol for her because I know you cannot withdraw from alcohol, especially the type of alcohol that she drinks, without having, medication or proper supervision.
Okay, we're going to take a break. Michele says her daughter Stephanie
funny. It's
has
not funny.
falsely accused her of being physically abusive.
Not
Now,
funny.
we'll meet Stephanie and hear what she has to say
Not
next.
funny.
If you looked up the definition of toxic relationship in the dictionary, what you would see would be my mother and I.
This anymore.
Leave me alone.
When I leave you alone, you're gonna be dead.
I've completely lost myself. I'm so angry because this is not my life.
And later,
You know why I'm like this? Because of you.
You know why I'm like this? Because of you. It's about the root of why I drink. I am broken
stop
because of you.
You're broken?
At this point, my daughter can't hold a job or work because of her drinking. Stephanie can't even drive with her past DUIs. She stays in my house. I pay for her food, her medical care, and all of her clothing. I even pay to have her hair done. I'm just the idiot that pays the bills. Since she's dropped out of college, it's cost me over $300,000 to take care of her.
She's constantly playing the martyr.
Oh my God, I am so not playing the martyr. This is Stephanie's favorite thing to do, to say, I stand on my ivory tower with my sword and preach the Holy Grail, which is so not the truth. She is an adult and she should start acting like an adult. I just can't do it anymore. I'm done.
Well, Michele says that she had no idea that after her daughter Stephanie dropped out of college that she would still be financially supporting her 9 years later. Now, Stephanie says that even though her mother mostly pays for everything, including the boxed wine she drinks daily, she's just too overbearing and suffocating.
Then get out of the house, get a job, get your life together, and get the hell out.
Take a look at
It's
this.
as simple as that.
If you looked up the definition of toxic relationship in the dictionary, what you would see would be my mother and I.
You're still failing and you're still blaming me, but yet I have to be there to pick up the pieces. I'm
What I
still here.
listen to every morning. Sure, there's issues with me drinking a box of wine a day, but my mom needs to take responsibility for her shortcomings. I feel like my mom needs to stop being so overdramatic.
When are you going to stop this? I can't live like this anymore.
Leave me alone.
When I leave you alone, you're going to be dead.
My mom is way too involved in my life. My mom has to have a say in who my friends are, who I can and cannot give my phone number to, where I can and cannot go. My mom is so overprotective. She treats me like a 13-year-old. I have to depend on my mom for everything. She makes me feel worthless. She constantly tells me to myself. She calls me a drunk.
I probably could pick my words better, but I'm not going to coddle her with this, oh, I feel, I should just be stroking your head
That's
as
not
the
what
dog.
I'm saying. The worst thing she's ever said to me was she wished she had an abortion. I feel like the root of the problem is the toxic relationship with my mom. I act out and I drink more.
You cannot be drunk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and drink a whole box of wine.
Alone.
I've completely lost myself. I feel like I'm a shell of a person. I am so angry because this is not my life. This is not who I'm supposed to be.
All right, Stephanie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Why are you here?
I just want to start by saying one thing. This is not the Michele show. This is the Stephanie show.
I thought it was the Dr. Phil show.
Today is not about you, and it is.
Yeah, it is about me. You know why?
It's not about
because
you.
You drink, you don't work, you live in my house, you don't help with anything around the house. You
I
don't
work.
Clean, you don't work.
Yes,
you don't
I
work.
do.
Well,
I'm
you
on-
haven't been able to hold a job down for more than a couple of months in the last 14 years.
I've had a
Okay?
job for the last 8 months.
No, are you crazy? This is how delusional you are. You just
I'm
lost
not
a job that
delusional.
you had for 5 months. 5 months. Okay, I'm the non-drinker. I'm the elephant. I don't forget a thing that goes on. Okay? I remember everything.
You want to know
You
why?
don't
Do
because
you want
you
to know why
blacked
I
out.
drink? I drink because of you.
You drink because of me?
Yes.
Really? I put the bottle to your mouth and say, here, force it down my throat.
Have
hold
you
on.
ever heard of something
Everybody
called
stop
trauma?
talking for a minute. Stop talking. I don't have anything to say. I just want you to stop talking. No, hold on. No, hold on. No. I'm now going to get her side of the story.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to do that without you interrupting.
Yes, sir.
You've been very forthcoming with us as we've talked to you and interviewed you to get information, your history, your background. We've asked you a million questions. We're very thorough, right?
Yes, very.
And so I've gone through there and pulled out what you have detailed to us as the traumatic events in your life as you see them. You say you've had no relationship with your father,
Nope.
and that
my fault.
Your mother remarried
Do you
secretly.
see why I have to drink?
Just talk to me. And that you were uprooted during high school and moved to Florida. And once you got there, unlike where you were bullied there. You were the new kid, you were bullied there. You say your mother never mailed your college app in.
I got a full ride to Northeastern.
Half a ride.
And she didn't execute on that. And that you medically withdrew from college.
That's correct.
And
Because why?
if I want to know why, I'll ask her. That your mother fraudulently cashed your tuition check.
That's correct.
And so she misappropriated the funds.
Yep.
This all happened 10 years, 12 years ago?
Between 2003 and 2005.
This has had what effect on you?
I feel like I've lost myself. I feel like I'm a shell of a person. She constantly puts me down. She says hurtful things to me.
And you don't do hurtful things back, and you don't say hurtful things?
Hold on. You're going to get a chance here in a minute. When someone is having that effect on a person,
I'm self-medicating.
they seek to get away from that person.
Yes.
And
I've been trying to.
But when? For
Okay.
once in your life, tell the
All right,
truth.
now, we're going to take a break, and I'm going to kind of go over the rules again here.
Okay.
Coming up, if Michele wants to help her daughter, why is she calling her a worthless waste of life? We'll be right back.
I'll go out and buy her boxes of wine and give them to her just to shut her up.
If my mom didn't go out and buy me wine, I could potentially have a seizure. It's happened to me before.
It's a freak show. Nobody lives like this. It's pure insanity.
And later,
Can we talk about why I drink? Like, can we get to the root of why I drink?
if you want to come here and tell me that your mother is the reason you're doing what you're doing, you're wasting your time.
I totally admit I have made my share of mistakes.
I resent my mom for uprooting me my senior year of high school. That set me on this collision course that I'm currently living. Another thing, I was accepted to the university of my choice with a full scholarship. She ruined it. She never mailed my tuition deposit, and she went out and bought a pair of Manolo Blahnik shoes. My mom has apologized to me a million times. I just can't seem to forgive and forget.
I have resentments too. All of this drama, Stephanie needs to get over what happened to her and move on with her life.
Well, Stephanie says she lives at home with her mother, Michele, who enables her drinking and then berates her afterwards by calling her names like worthless and useless. Take a look.
When my daughter stops drinking, she goes into withdrawals.
I get the shakes, I get the chills, I feel like my skin crawls.
She becomes angry. I'll go out and buy her boxes of wine and give them to her just to shut her up. I'm picking them up for her, even though I don't want to.
If my mom didn't go out and buy me wine, I could potentially have a seizure. It's happened to me before.
After she drinks a couple of boxes of wine, things get pretty ugly. It's a freak show. The constant falling down, the bruises all over the body. Nobody lives like this. It's pure insanity. Stephanie, look at what you do fall last night.
Yes.
When are you going to stop this? I can't like this anymore.
Leave me alone.
My mom has had to take me to the hospital twice in the past month. The first time I fell, I hit my head so hard we thought maybe I had a bleed, so I had to have a CAT scan.
I am a classic enabler. I admit it. I will not throw her out on the street because I have the anchor around my neck of her disease. Get
See,
us out of there.
that puts me down. She shames me, and then I feel guilty, and then I want to start drinking again. It's a crazy, vicious cycle.
Okay, what do you want to say?
It's a crazy, vicious cycle. First of all, I did not buy a pair of Manolo Blahniks. You got it.
Doesn't matter what you bought.
Well, then
It
why
doesn't
did you
matter
say
what
it?
you bought.
Tell
The
the
fact-
truth.
the
Tell
fact-
the truth.
You tell the
Okay,
truth.
Tell the truth. I did not. I mailed the deposit, it got there a day late. Yes, that is my fault. You know why I'm like this? Because of you.
You know why I'm like this? Because of you.
I'm like this because
You
of your,
know what you
your
did to me?
drinking, your constant
It's not about my drinking.
male
It's about-
affection in your life.
It's about the root of why I drink.
She can't go a day without
Okay.
a man in her life.
Okay.
I'm trying to teach
And
you.
where did I learn that from?
But I'm trying to teach you not to make the same mistakes.
How? By doing them? I grew up with having all these men in my life.
Hold it.
Boyfriend to boyfriend.
Okay, hold
Okay.
it. Stop. Now,
I have made...
hold it. Now, you said when you got here that you wanted advice.
Yes.
Damn good advice.
Damn good advice.
Okay?
If you can't give me damn good advice, nobody on this freaking planet can, because I have paid hundreds and thousands
You have
upon
no idea what you have
thousands
done
of
to
dollars
me.
for therapy.
You have
that
no
doesn't-
idea what you have done to me.
Okay.
I am broken because of you.
You're broken?
I am broken.
You're
Whoa,
broken.
stop. You said you wanted advice.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start giving you some advice.
Okay.
I'm going to say this to both of you because I have what I describe as 4 stages of readiness for change. Stage 1 is when you do something because you're compelled by authority to change. That's like court ordered.
Okay.
You don't really want to do it, you're just compelled by authority. Stage 2 is when you comply to escape criticism. Yeah, you know, it's just like everybody wants me to do it, so I'll do it so they're not on my ass. Stage 3, you're intellectually aware that you need to change, but your heart's not really in it. And stage 4 is when you are mentally, emotionally, self-motivated. That's when you're really ready to change. When you can honestly look yourself in the mirror and say, I am so sick of this that I will not put up with this for another second, of another minute, of another hour, of another day. Whatever lies on the other side of change might be scary, but it cannot be worse than what I am living. And until you get to that point, you're not going to change. And yelling and calling each other names, that's not going to change anything. You're saying you've been there for 10, 12 years, whatever, or talking about trauma that you've had in your life, and I don't mean to trivialize your trauma.
I'm not playing the victim.
Yes, you are. You say, I'm through with this, I can't take this anymore. Yes, you can, and yes, you do.
I can't anymore.
Yes, you can,
I can't
and yes,
anymore.
you do.
I won't anymore.
Okay, so what's that mean?
So it means that whatever advice you give me here today, I am going to do.
Okay, stop
Whether-
yelling.
Okay. Sorry.
No, seriously.
Okay. You're right. You're right.
That's the first piece of
You're
advice.
absolutely right.
That's the first piece of advice.
You're
Stop
absolutely
yelling and start listening.
You have no idea
You're absolutely
how
right.
to speak.
The yelling.
You have no idea how to speak with
yelling
assertiveness. All you do is speak with aggression.
I'll see.
Okay,
a
coming
person
up,
with one
Michelle
leg
says
on
she's
the street
furious
so
with her
far.
daughter Stephanie for robbing
Yeah.
her of a life she has missed out on. I'm going to talk about some things on this side when we come back. You've been to rehab 8 or 9 times.
They usually send me home.
All the rehabs are scam, and at AA they just hit on her. Sounds like you don't want her to get better. Closed captioning provided by...
I feel like I can't do anything with my life.
She constantly refers to me as an anchor around her.
I should be doing the things that I am passionate about, like working more with the ecosystems, the African elephants, and saving the humpback whales. I even moved to Hawaii a few years ago to escape the insanity of my daughter.
My mom moved to Hawaii to find herself, and I ended up in the hospital, and she had to come back home.
I'm back! I have so much anxiety because of Stephanie, and I live like a recluse.
Michele says she has missed out on life for the past 9 years because she has had to financially support her college dropout daughter, Stephanie. Now, Michele admits she wishes she could move to Hawaii and leave Stephanie behind. But instead, you two are coupled up in a highly toxic, dysfunctional relationship that's not working for either one of you, right?
No, it's not
Okay.
working for either one of us.
All right,
It's
so-
especially not working for me, which is why I drink.
I'm still waiting for you to take responsibility for all of
Okay,
your actions.
don't interrupt me when I'm talking, or I'm going to send you out of here.
sorry.
And once you go, you're gone.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So it's up to you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So when you choose a behavior, you choose the consequences,
Okay.
because I'm done.
I'm sorry.
And when I say I'm done, test me.
Okay. I won't. I won't.
Now, what I'm asking you is, you've been to rehab 8 or 9 times, right?
I've been to rehab and or treatment centers.
Have you completed them?
I've completed, they usually send me home. Not good for
And
me.
you've decided that, and to quote you, you spent over $100,000 trying to help Stephanie. You say she's been to 8 or 9 rehabs, but they never work because they have all been a scam to take your money. That's what you said.
Yes, I have said that.
And you said that you said even AA didn't work because, for Stephanie, because the guys just hit on her at the meetings.
Yeah, unfortunately, where we live, it's a small beach town community, okay? It is very busy during the summer with the tourists that come to town. In the winter, it's very isolated, desolate. So there are only a few AA places to go to meetings to. And when I take her, I sit outside in the car and wait. Sometimes I've gone in there with her. And she comes out talking to guys during cigarette breaks, comes home with their phone numbers, and
Okay, so all the
She
rehabs,
doesn't
all the
allow me to
rehabs.
talk to men.
Okay, hold on. All the rehabs are scam, and at AA they just hit on her. And you said there aren't any women-only groups she can go to, so
No.
there's nothing for her to do.
in my area right now at this time, because it is a very isolated, small community, there are no women AA meetings available.
Right near your house, there's a women's-only meeting on Tuesday, and there's a women's-only meeting on Thursday.
It's not available all year round, though, from what I've been told, because it is in a local church. It is down the street
Do
from my
you go
house.
when it is available?
Yes, I have tried to take her, but I can't drag her in there and make her go.
Sounds like you don't want her to get better.
No, yeah, it does, but that is
Michele
clearly not
says she
true.
blames her daughter for standing in her way of having a normal relationship. We'll talk about with Michelle's last boyfriend, hear what he has witnessed and what he thinks is a problem next. Closed captioning provided by
Because of my toxic relationship with my daughter Stephanie and all of her drama, I have lost all of my personal relationships. You're my only family member. You're the person that I'm supposed to then count on when I get older in life. I'm going to be in a nursing home, alone, in bed, in a diaper, in a bed with bed sores, dying by myself because you can't get your together.
See what I mean?
I've lost all of my friends because of all the drama. When I think about this, I feel sad, angry, hopeless at times that it's just ruined everything and it's taken over everything in my life. I just want this to stop.
Well, Michele admits that she and her daughter Stephanie don't know how to behave as a healthy mother and daughter, and she says it's due to Stephanie's drinking. Now, look.
But can we talk about why I drink? Like, can we get to the root of why I drink?
But didn't you tell us why you drink?
I drink because of the things
Put
that...
the list back up.
I'm not just some alcoholic that chooses to drink every day. I don't want to be that person.
Well, you are an alcoholic that
That's-
chooses to drink every day.
But I don't choose to do it. I don't want to do it.
But you don't try to stop, Stephanie.
I'm
But-
sober for 5 days now, which is great.
Stephanie, you've been sober
Okay.
for 3 months.
Okay. No, look. No, don't. Didn't you tell us why, in this list of why you drink?
Yeah, but there's so much more to it than that.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, I didn't know I had a chance to.
No, that's not true. We interviewed you open-ended, and you told us
I know,
everything
but
you wanted to tell us.
I'm saying, like, those are just,
You just want to tell us again?
bullet points. There's so much more detail to it.
Well, yes, you're right, these are bullet points. I know all the history under each bullet point. Do you think I don't know?
No, I know that you know.
Okay, then why do you want to tell me again?
I don't want to tell you again. I just want to emphasize that I don't choose this life.
Joining us on Polycom is Michelle's ex-boyfriend and current roommate. It's interesting, ex-boyfriend but current roommate, Sandy, who says their relationship was ruined due to Stephanie's behavior. Sandy, what did you want to add to the conversation here? Thank you for being here, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Phil. Welcome to my world, Dr. Phil. As you can see what it would be like being between these two. I care extremely for Stephanie. I feel like she's like a stepdaughter to me. Michele and I met 6 years ago. We had a very good relationship for about 1.5 years, and then all the drama started. Stephanie has just basically ruined our life, our romance. And hopefully, if there is a positive result of this, they can both end up with a great life ahead of them. They love each other tremendously, Dr. Phil. Believe me when I tell you, I see the tears on a constant basis from both of them. They love each other. They need each other. They only have each other, Dr. Phil. But I've seen what alcoholism can do to a family.
Well, I appreciate your input because you're looking at it from the inside, and that gives us a point of view that we would not have otherwise. So, Sandy, thank you for your point of view. I'm going to take a break now, and when we come back, I'm going to tell you what I think's going on here. Should Michele kick Stephanie out? I mean, should you just put her on the curb with a suitcase and a few bucks? Should she continue doing what she's doing? Is there some middle ground? Is there an alternative, or have they just cast themselves into a life that they're going to live from here on? We'll be right back.
We've tried so many times to get Stephanie's drinking under control. She's been to rehab 9 separate occasions.
Not a single rehab has worked for me. I stay sober for a short period of time and then I go right back to drinking.
I feel that all of these rehabs have been a scam just to get my money.
I've tried Alcoholics Anonymous a number of times. The guys there just wanted to hit on me. He'd creep me out. I just stopped going.
I've run out of options.
I need a lot of advice and a lot of direction and a lot of guidance because everything I've tried has not worked.
Well, Michele says she spent well over $300,000 in an attempt to help her college dropout daughter Stephanie, who is struggling with drinking. You got 2 DUIs?
Yes.
How many cars have you crashed?
3.
Yeah. Well, explain this to me. What gives you the right to get drunked up and go drive an automobile on the street?
It gives me no right. I have no right.
But no, you've claimed the right at least 5 times that we know about. 2 that you got arrested, 3 that you crashed the cars.
I haven't.
What gave you the right to do that?
Nothing. I have no right, and I take full responsibility that
What does
it
that
was
mean?
completely wrong to do.
What does that mean you took full responsibility?
That I went to jail, and I take accountability that I was wrong, and I would never ever do something again. I've learned my lesson. I would never ever try to do something to harm someone or myself.
So after 2 DUIs and 3 crashed cars, you learned?
Yes. I would never drink and get behind the wheel ever again. I would never want to put myself or anyone else in danger.
Well, I'm curious, and this is diagnostic for me in figuring out your thinking, is take me through the moment that you gave yourself permission to get behind a 5,000-pound deadly missile, drunk, and drive. Tell me what went through your mind at the moment you slid that key into the slot.
that I wanted to end my life.
You just want to take somebody with you? Was that it?
No,
You wanted to kill a child? You wanted to...
no, I would never want to hurt anyone. I'm not a violent person.
So why get in a car then and go
Because
driving?
I'm sick.
Why are you choosing to live the life you're choosing now instead of fighting, kicking, scratching to get help?
I am fighting for the first time, but it's so hard when it's a vicious cycle with her. It's a vicious cycle. I can't seem to let go of...
Forget about her for a minute. If you want to come here and tell me that your mother is the reason you're doing what you're doing, you're wasting your time. Because I'm not going to lay this at your mother's feet. Now, she may be part of your problem, but you're your solution.
What do I do when I feel like I can't, when I can't get past it, What am I supposed to do?
Well, there is an answer to that question. I'll tell you what it is right after the break. Closed captioning provided by... You know, when you drink as long as you've been drinking, as hard as you've been drinking, it changes your brain. And when you break this down, this portion of the brain in here is what's called the limbic system, and it's made up of some different things. Example, the cerebellum is involved with memory and coordination. The nucleus accumbens has to do with what gives you pleasure, which means your motivation, whether you can do it. The prefrontal cortex up here is your executive center, where you organize and plan and have forward thinking. And whenever you go into chronic alcoholism, all of these functions are altered. Your brain is changed. And so someone from the outside can look in and say, why don't you just get up and go do it? Well, the neurotransmitters are really altered for you. And when you say I have seizures if I don't drink, you also have had a seizure while you were drinking. So it's not just on withdrawal, correct?
I believe I was told that I had a seizure.
You had a seizure with a cop while you were drinking. I have the incident report, I've read it. So it's not just associated with withdrawal. I'm willing to help you. And I'm willing to help you conditionally. In fact, I'm willing to send you to a place called Hannah's House. And Hannah's House is part of Origins Recovery Center, and it is the nation's leading dual diagnosis treatment center. And the reason it's important for you to go to a dual diagnosis treatment center is because if somebody just treats your addiction and they don't deal with your trauma, then your trauma is going to re-trigger using alcohol as a coping mechanism. And I'm willing to do this if you give me 21 meetings in 21 days.
I can do that.
You go to AA, you get yourself a sponsor, and you have them tell me you've been to 21 meetings in 21 days. You go 11 days and get sick, you start over. You do that, I will book you a flight, and I will fly you to this help. And it's no scam. Fair enough? Deal? All right, I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to the amazing staff at Hannah's House and Origins Behavioral Health Care. We'll see you next time.